probably fall up during the show again today. So while you at home, watch for my wig falling off.
Oh, good Bob, we accomplished so much. You see, when I sent you on your way, I thought the family would never, ever see you. I don't just...
I love Christmas Elf. I think it's the cutest kid show for Christmas time that I've seen in a very, very long time.
It's really cool, like, having the kids almost know you when you go out to see them afterwards and everything. It's a lot of fun.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy my Christmas Elf.
So, probably back like May-ish, we were starting to talk about this coming season and what we were going to do, and we didn't want to do Frosty the Snowman again or Mediterranean Chef, which kind of were our staples for a long time, whatever. And Patrick's sister Laura had been telling him that she had this great idea for a holiday show for kids.
It was probably during one of the shows that I took them to see, a children's show at CM, and I was just sitting there and the concept just kind of came to me. And I went home and I just started playing. I'd put the kids to bed at night and I would just sit at my computer and I would kind of play around with it, and just over a course of a couple weeks, and then I don't know, somewhere along the way I just fell in love with the story.
And we all know how easy that is. I have no idea what I'm making for this.
Forgets them every day.
She wanted to be a musical, and they obviously needed original music because we can't just steal other people's songs. So Patrick had knew that besides me being, the music for the theater, that I just did an original show out in the city, Zoology in the Possibly Haunted House, and coming up was Assumptions that I also did. So he was like, well, you write music, so here you go. You're going to do this with my sister.
Like I said, I would just kind of play around with it, not sure if it was going anywhere. And I would actually, write a certain part, and then I would read it to the kids and to my husband, and if they kind of looked at me like, I'd think, let me go back and rewrite that part. But if I got a big laugh out of them, then I knew it was probably funny, and it could probably stay in it.
Hi, hon. Question for you. Did you, by chance, take the train home in the middle of the day, put a giant elf on our table, and then go back to the city? No, I am not crazy. There was a giant elf sitting on our table.
Once I knew that my family liked it and I knew that I liked it, I thought that it would be something that I just kind of just kept here in the family, and we'd read it at Christmas time and it would just be something fun. I honestly never really thought of ever getting it produced or making it into something. I happened to read it, just run it by one of my neighbors, and she asked to read it. So I let her read it, and she said, Laura, this is really cute. You have to do something with this. And I was like, no, that's crazy. She's like, why not? Just try it. So it took a lot of courage to present it to CM and to get their thoughts on it. And it turned out that they liked it.
But I thought I'd be free. And this misery, I'll try my best to be the elf that Santa sees in me. So I'll write to this family, so they won't be afraid of me.
This one was different than the other two shows because Laura came in with a finished script, which the other ones the other one I did the script to, so that doesn't count. And Zoology, he had kind of just had the idea and characters and things he wanted, and we kind of built the music with the script at the same time. This one, she came with a full script, where she wanted songs, ideas for what she wanted them to be about, and so it was very easy to just basically take what she gave me and just write, music, lyrics off of what she gave me. She put in like some lyric ideas. So as I was reading through the script, I saw, here's a song. All right, great, continuing on.
How was that? Did you hear that? What was that? Oh, they must be coming home. I got a heart.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Laura and I started to meet early summer of 2015, and she gave me the script, and I immediately fell in love with it. What I loved about the script was that it was so relatable as far as, like a real life family, parents, 4 kids, and their story of, hectic holiday time and trying to bring cheer and fun spirit to their family holidays. And it was just all very relatable for, for parents and for kids, and I loved it right from the get-go.
It's your new elf outfit. Again, elves don't wear plain red. Elf clothes are red and green. Everyone knows.
Right, red and green before today. But when the Baker
We
family...
had a table read, which was so exciting because that was probably the first time that I was able to see the words that I wrote actually come to life. And I mean, the cast is just so talented. They just got it right away. I mean, exactly what I pictured in my mind is how they read it and how they did it. So that was really exciting.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our day.
When I was casting the show with Laura didn't know all of these people, and I just, knew in the back of my head, you're gonna get what you want from these people that we're going to be using. These actors will take what we give them, and they will just completely bring to the table what you're looking for. And, the little bits with Ronnie doing the puppets, or with Matt, adding in his little Matt-isms into every scene that he was in, that's all them, bringing something to the table. And that's, I think, the awesome thing about children's theater is that you can go huge. And I've honestly never seen a situation where somebody was like, no, it's too much, or I've never had to pull an actor back, and I think that that's the beauty in it, and that's what the kids love. They love big and over the top, and that's what it is.
What do we do?
Okay,
What do we do?
Okay, so 1 or 2 families forgot to send in their wish list.
1 or 2 jiggles? Try 25%. 25% is a big deal.
This is a very
From
big
the
deal.
director standpoint, I love when I have a script where I can personally put myself into it. From a director standpoint or from the actor standpoint, which I was able to be in the show too, so that was awesome. But from the director's point, I found it all very easy because, again, you're dealing with this family in their home, everyday life, and then, as far as the elves and the Santa, their aspect of it at the North Pole, that was the really fun part because obviously I've never been to the North Pole, but that's where the imagination comes in.
Mittens! No mittens! Are you all right?
Hey, what's going on, little guy?
Santa, his hat, he's missing his hat.
Kristen invited me to come to every rehearsal, which to me was just so exciting. I've never been, we go to every show there, but I never really saw behind the scenes before. And it really was amazing to watch that process of how she blocked it and the choreography. And it was really amazing just to see it all come to life.
Mittens! Are you there? Come in, Mittens!
Yes, Santa, it's me, Mittens.
Hello, Mittens. We see you.
Yes, Santa, I can see you and hear you. You don't have to shout.
I always go in order. It's just something I've always done, and that's usually the only way I can work, so just page by page. Laura and I we worked as a team, which was, again, such a fun aspect of it as far as the blocking. So I would, kind of tell her what I had planned, and then she would tell me, her ideas, and then we would kind of mesh them together. And the cast, that was the other thing, is the cast was so great about being flexible. So we would block something, we would watch it 4 or 5 times, and then we would possibly change some things, or we would leave them the same. And then the same thing with working with Matt. We would, play something or, put lyrics to music, and if something was funky or, wanted something more upbeat, we would go back and we would just change it. So it was definitely really helpful having a very flexible team together.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh yeah? Well, tell me, what's so wonderful about it?
Just about everything. Decorating our tree.
No school.
Grandma and Pa come up from Florida.
Snow.
Singing Christmas carols.
Presents.
Don't forget the best part. Mom's famous sugar cookies.
One of the things that I like so much about the play is that it really was about us. It was about our family. And, you know, there's a lot of things in the play about traditions and the family celebrating those traditions and all the things they do to get ready for Christmas. So that was, you know, definitely incorporated in the show.
Kids, give me a ba-da-da-da-da. Mom wants to enjoy Christmas, but she's got the Christmas blues.
Yeah, I got the Christmas prep blues.
So when we got the script, she had this for the first scene, you know, there in the house, and the mom does this Christmas prep blues because she's so exhausted. So Laura really wanted it to be something that was more bluesy and jazzy, because that's how she kind of wanted the mom to kind of, you know, be able to be funny but still complaining about everything that has to happen. And we had cast Terry and Rose already, and we both knew that both of them were very funny people. So we just kind of came up with this, this traditional, just like type of riff that went through the whole thing. And yeah, we just kind of put, I just kind of put all these words to it. And Laura had kind of threw in a few things originally in the script, just like words, and we just kind of filled it out.
I gotta bake cookies, I gotta send cards, decorating the presents, it's just so hard. 365 days of the year and I'm down to the last 22. I got the Christmas prep blues and I don't know what to do.
We have, I gotta bake cookies, I gotta send cards, decorated in presents, it's just so hard. 365 days of the year and we're down to the last 32. I got the Christmas prep blues and I don't know what to do.
You know, just from reading the script, that first scene where we meet Santa, that the kids are gonna go wild. So making everything just big and, you know, big gestures for, you know, the elves and loudness and just very high energy, that was really fun to do. And again, the actors that I had in the show, I knew what I was going to get from them was exactly what we were looking for, so that was awesome. Everyone just kind of brought something different to the table, and then we just kind of ran with it and made things bigger and bigger for the kids to enjoy.
Enjoy their childhood before it slips away. Love always, Mr. and Mrs. Butler.
Each character between the elves was so distinct. You know, you had Jumpy, who was the really bouncy one, and then Jiggles, who was more laid back and cool, and then Holly, who, you know, was very studious with her clipboard and always on top of everything, and we kind of just each ran with that, and it became like these huge characters.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mickey Mouse. I just had to interrupt this show. I'm so sorry. I know you're all here to see some magical Santa, elf, fairy, Christmassy magic type of thing. But that's not the case.
Currently, we are doing a Christmas Carol on the main stage. So that's the set we have to work with. So we have this lovely, you know, London town. So for the show, if you want to come follow me this way. Over here, these things open. Broadway magic. So for the Baker family, we open up this. And this is their house. I sit on this mantle.
Let me get where I can see. Now get ready to say cheese.
I climb on that tree.
Let me get where I can see. Oh, I love this family.
So yeah, we open this for the Baker family house. We have a few other little, you know, we have a chair and table that come out, whatever. So that's for them. And this is all done. This is all very elaborate because it's from Christmas Carol. Usually children's theater will do, you know, table, chair, and lots of lighting and call it a day. But it's Christmas, so why not, you know?
Do you guys like Christmas?
I love Christmas.
Christmas is big in this house,
What's
yes.
your favorite thing about Christmas? Let's start on this side and go down this way again. Okay, what's your favorite?
My favorite thing is elves.
Oh, coincidence. Next.
Pumpkin pie.
Me too, I love pumpkin pie. I love it. What's your favorite part?
Singing Christmas carols.
Sing, sing like no one is listening. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha! Come Oakdale ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Let's try this another way. This is how elves do it! What we do now? Whoa! It's Christmas time and I feel so fine.
I choreograph. I personally will put the music on and then see what I do, you know, naturally without watching any videos of something that has previously been done. And obviously couldn't do that with this because it's a new piece. But I remember Matt just first playing the rap song for me, and I just immediately, like, my head went to like a Beyonce music video and just pictured like the single ladies, like dance movements, and I kind of went in that direction. And again, I think it was really silly because you have these elves who are just, they're elves, and then all of a sudden they break out into these really like cool and hip moves. So again, that was, you know, going into it and just teaching them and then seeing like what everyone kind of naturally did. So it was kind of like a group thing. We all just kind of threw some moves into it. Oh, well, this works here and I like this. So that became just the most fun number to do.
That was Laura's idea. She thought it would be funny for the elves to rap because it's so out of character for traditional elves, besides the fact that we're all giants. She was like, you know, it'd be really funny. That was one of her like initial ideas, if all the elves rapped everything that they did musically. And I was like, that's hilarious.
This is how I'll do it. This is how I'll do it. This is how I'll do it.
So because of the very busy holiday season and our many daytime performances that we had a lot of weekday performances where the schools would come to the show, and then we had our Saturday, you know, open to the public performances. We had to have 2 different casts, and I don't know if this ever happens, but literally everyone was so dedicated to the production. We had 2 sets of parents and then 2 sets of kids, and the kids and their parents were so gracious and willing to be so flexible with a very busy schedule and them missing school and, you know, people getting sick or this person jumping in to cover this person. So we were very grateful to have, again, the people that we had and 2 different casts. One cast would do Saturdays, and then the other cast would obviously do the weekday shows.
Come on, everybody. We've got a Christmas elf. We've got a Christmas elf. Sent to us by Santa himself. Oh, we got a Christmas elf.
We got a Christmas elf.
We've got a Christmas elf.
We got a Christmas elf. Sent to us by Santa himself. Oh,
We've got a Christmas elf. We're gonna have a blast this season.
Well, this show
show had, I feel like this show wasn't really meant for just children. There was a message like hidden in there for adults as well. To, you know, the show's about slowing down and really enjoying the holiday season. And I don't think this show is just for kids to enjoy, which is great.
You know, I can't put my finger on it, but something's different this year.
You know, I was just thinking the same thing. It's like I'm truly enjoying each and every day.
Yeah, like I'm not as stressed.
You think it has anything to do with that guy?
What, Bob?
Yeah, we really are having fun with him.
Yeah, maybe. You know, I feel like he's really warmed our hearts and become part of this family. I feel like we're all so excited to show him some different tradition every day during the season.
What exactly is My Christmas Elf about? Who can tell a little bit of the story? Any volunteers? You could even tell little pieces of it. Okay, you first.
I think it's mostly about how an elf teaches a family to slow down, and a family teaches the elf to stop worrying about toys and all, and they all like join together to like teach a lesson about what Christmas is really about.
Who would have thought it would take a Christmas elf to get us to slow down and enjoy each and every day of the season?
Because of you, I received a real Christmas present.
Because of you, you've made this Christmas pleasant.
Because of you, it was the best we've ever known. Because of you, because of you, because of you.
In the final number of the show, it's called Because of You, we have the Baker family on one side of the stage and then the characters of the North Pole on the other. And when I was directing that, I was kind of stuck at first because we can't have the family and the elves interact, because at this point Mittens has returned to the North Pole, family's still on, Long Island. So we couldn't have, them even look at each other because obviously we're in two different places. So I kind of went for that Grease in Summer Nights, that Grease feel where they're, singing about each other and telling the other person, what you gave me and what you did for me and how you helped me, and have them back to back or almost on an angle, just facing past one another, so that message is there that, I'm singing about you and you're singing about me, but we're not quite together, but I will always keep and cherish those memories. So that's what I went for, leaving Mittens in the middle, kind of as, best of both worlds there in the end. Again, along with the slideshow and kind of wrapping everything up at the end, it just is such a genuine, tender moment. You have this big and crazy character of Mittens who, you follow him through this entire story, the whole show, and, then the Baker's end of it, and then they just meet, and then everything clicks in the end, and he doesn't even realize, what he did for them, and then he gets it, and then I think that's where, in the show, the Christmas spirit really is. It's right there in that moment.
It was the best you'll ever know. Because of you. Because of you. Because of you.
Let me tell you about this new idea
have markers over by the counter for you.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, everybody! Hi!
Like the show?
Loved it. I loved it. I was laughing so much. Very fun show. It was good, very good show. It was here Saturday. This was a good show. Very good show.
Hello! Did you like the show? Awesome. Did you have a good Christmas? Yes? All right, thank you. Merry Christmas.
When working with children's shows, you have obviously the very big names. You have Aladdin, you have Pinkalicious. You kind of know what you're getting. So obviously with this new piece, as awesome and wonderful as it was, we were not sure, obviously, going into it, what the audience reactions were going to be. We know that we were laughing our butts off during Tech Week, and people walking out of the theater were reacting really well to it, but kids are the biggest critics. So we had no idea what we were going to get. So I remember the opening show. I was not in that one. It was a Saturday performance, sitting with Laura in the back, and the kids were in hysterics the whole time. And we were like, gold, bingo, we've got it. However, because of the different ages and the sizes of the, different houses during the weekday shows, sometimes the kids were quieter than others. Big smiles on their faces, but not as, audibly loud as other groups, but they always seemed to enjoy it. And that was, to us, what we were going for. And the other thing with that was the parents' reactions. Being in the audience and being able to look around and see the parents were reacting just as much as the kids were. And again, that's when we were like, we've got it here. We're pleasing everyone, everyone's happy.
I hope Mom writes another play. Like the Princess one. I want to play My Christmas Elf every year with the same actors. Me too.
Oh, that'd be so great. That'd be so great.